Right, I'm just doing a video about dogs with fireworks, you know, when they go off. Um, Obviously, I've got the code now. I've worked very, very hard for it. Um, it's a long story, but we'll start from the beginning and we'll work our way through, right? To help other people out there. If you've got dogs that are sufferers from the noise of fireworks, yeah, and in some cases can have problems with thunder and lightning, thunderstorms as well, or they might just have problems with fireworks and not the weather, right? So I'm going to tell you on this video how to help your dogs if they are sufferers of having this condition and this problem with certain noises. Right, if you start from the beginning and you've bought yourself a puppy, right, it's always best to get your puppy used to all the noises. And I don't mean sticking it out there and going light some fireworks or, you know, stuff like that, because that's not how it happens, right? Everybody knows that. When you have a puppy, what you need to do is very simple, right? Getting used to noises. You don't need to use live fireworks to do in the training as puppy, getting them used to noises, right? What you need to do is it's very simple. Right, music. Now, when you listen to certain music sounds very much similar to firework noises or thunder and lightning, yeah? Thunderstorms. So when they're a puppy, you don't need to take them out in the weather doing it. You don't need to light fireworks around them as a puppy doing it. But you can do it training in another way, because you've not got fireworks all year round. You've not got thunder and lightning storms all year round, have you? No. But as a puppy, what you need to do is you need to get music, just play normal music indoors, but when they're as young as possible, play music like drum and bass. I know this sounds crazy, but it's very true. Drum and bass, hardcore, any kind of music that's got like bang, 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 do, 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 bang, 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 do, 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 do. You see what I'm saying? It's the same similar sort of noises to fireworks or thunder and lightning, because it goes bang, bang, do, 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 yeah, yeah. It sounds stupid, but it's very, very true, right? So when your puppies are as young as possible, play them all sorts of music, but do not forget to play a bit of drum and bass or hardcore sound with a bang, 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 ooh, whoa, whoa music, yeah? Because it will get your dog used to certain noises that don't happen all year round, like fireworks or thunder and lightning noises, right? Another thing, if you've got a puppy that never had it and it's got older, and then all of a sudden it's now got thunder and lightning or firework illness and problems down the line of having it, I will tell you what the cause of it is, right? I know what the cause of it is. In a way, I'm glad this has happened, because it was my first ever dog with having fireworks or thunder and lightning problems. Come here. Yeah, so, right, getting back to it. Now, what you need to do, if your puppy didn't have it as a pup, but it has somehow down the line of owning your dog, getting older, it's now got thunder and lightning or firework conditions where it will start panting and go and it'll be dripping, drooling, right? It will show distress signs of running round, and in some cases they can actually go into chewing their jaw off, and it ain't called lockjaw, because that's no such thing, right? because other breeds of dogs can do exactly that too, right? But they can also, in cases when they're very stressed and very unwell with this condition, they can actually chew their own face off. Yeah, take all their teeth out, chew their whole face off, and it is horrendous. And the noise that they make, I'll tell you now, it is not an experience, the one that you want to experience, put it that way, right? It is not funny, it's not a joke, and it's a very real thing. Now, obviously, it's not just dogs that suffer from these noises. When fireworks and that all go off, it can actually kill horses, people's birds, all sorts of other animals can die because of those noises. But I found the cure, and something that really does work, and it shows results. Every year it's getting better, right? So this is why I want to spread this out there, and I'm not doing it for money, cha-ching, 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 sod off, right? Now, this is about me being a genuine person that loves animals and wants to help other people that have pets, much loved pets, with this condition, right? I will tell you where it comes from. Now, I had a pup, and never had no issues with noises or anything. And then I had an ex-husband. He was a tormentor, he was provocative, and he had a habit of pranking. Now, you think pranking and all of that is funny. Yeah, it's funny. But there's a joke and there's beyond a joke. And when you do certain things, whether it be to humans or animals, and you constantly do something that they don't like, you're going to give that child or that human being or that animal trauma, right? Then there is people like myself in the world that are trying to find cures for certain things, or things that work or help. And yes, you can go to the vets, and we'll talk about that in a minute. You can go to the vets and get like a medicine in a syringe, where you give a certain amount of dots to the weight of your dog. So in the impact of it first happening, you give them that medicine, whether it be on a bit of ham, cheese, or something, or in a dinner, to get them to have the medicine when it's just started up the noise outside. Yeah. Or you can try without, but you probably need to use it at some point in my training, right? So like I say, the medicine from the vets, it helps, but it's not a cure. It doesn't get rid of it. And sometimes when their levels are very high in those certain noises, that medicine, they fight against it. Yeah, that medicine ain't even knocking them out. That medicine ain't even fucking touching it. Sorry, my language, I didn't mean to swear. Right. But I'm just being expressive here. I'm not trying to be rude with F's words or what. I'm just being very expressive because, right, so we're going to start from where it come from. My ex-husband, he thought it was hilarious one day to get one of the dogs, stick her under a blanket, right? Stick her under a blanket, not because she wanted to be there, but he stuck her under a blanket, not out of her free will. He held her down under the blanket and he kept farting on her, right? And he thought it was hilarious when she struggled to get out from under the blanket he was holding her under, and kept farting on her, right? To the point he stressed her out that much that she would manage to get out eventually under that blanket, and she would run. Yeah? That ain't funny, right? Now, the amount of times I told him, stop doing that to the dog. Stop it. Right? We had quite a few arguments over it. Now, he is one of these sorts of people that is a great believer. Great believer. He's the fart king. Really? Right? Really? He thought it was hilarious to go in public places. And you imagine trying to do your shopping. He's farting in every shop on command. Right? There is some people in the world that can push farts out. Yes, farts. They're funny. when you constantly do it, right, and you are constantly tormenting, abusing, provoking, and hurting a much loved pet, the first thing in my mind is, if you don't stop it, right, if you do not get what I'm saying, I don't want to date ya. I don't want to be married to ya. You be the first person to be going, because I have my animals first, right? Many years I've had my animals, and many years I've helped lots of other ones. But what I'm trying to say is, I won't put up with that behaviour. Right. Anyways, got rid of him for all the right reasons. So, what I'm saying is, do not do things to your pets, because there is certain things that you can give your animals, your pets, right, your much loved fur babies, you can give them trauma. And then when you see the outcome hasn't been so, ha ha ha, it's so funny. Watch that dog, yeah, while it's chewing its face off, while it's making them noises, while it's panting and drooling and dripping, running round, hurting itself. Listen and watch it, because he don't get to see that. That's why I got rid of him. One of the reasons, right? And I'm going to teach people out there, don't fart on your dogs. Do not hold them under blankets and fart on them. Because if we get more cases of this turning up in the animal world, we know what you did to them. Because I now have the reason why they're doing it, how it's happened. And it's took me quite a lot of years actually now, to get that cure, to find something that works, right? Every year thinking, is she going to die this year? Is she going to die this year? And do you know what? I'm pat myself on the bloody back, because I got the cure that helps, right? And I'm going to help the rest of you out there, free of charge. Ain't about cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Go away, because you ain't really animal lovers. You're just making money. And not everything is about money, yeah? Because you wouldn't do it to your own children. You wouldn't even do it to your loved ones, right? So don't do it to your fur babies or your pets, right? Right, so what you need to do, if all of a sudden your pet is starting to do this down the line and it never done it before, that's why it's doing it, because somebody out of your children or your family or friends or someone has been farting on your dog, right? And when you do all that pranking stuff, jumping out the woodwork, oh, I've jumped out the woodwork, bah, bah, bah. Don't do it with your animals around. If you're doing pranking, jumping out of fucking, sorry, I'm not meaning to be rude, I'm being expressive, right? With my words. What I'm trying to say is, if you've got someone jumping out of cupboards, right, jumping out from under the bed, pranking and trying to scare someone, jumping out of wherever, don't do it. If you're going to do it, and you really got to do your shit, sorry my language, in pranking your, whoever it is you want to be pranking, make sure that you put your animals in a different room out the way, yeah? Before going to do that. Right. So, what I will advise you to do, I've already told you about what to do when you get a puppy, right? Play certain bam, bam, bam music, bit of drum and bass, hardcore, whatever with that bang, 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 bang in it, yeah? Because it sounds very much like the weather or fireworks, yeah? So play certain music, play all music, but play some of that music as young as possible. I also advise, do not fart on your dogs. Do not fart on your dogs, because I will advise then, if we have a lot of these cases happening, we know what you've done to your dogs, whether it be your children, whether it be your visitors, whether it be yourselves. I will ask for there to be a fine put in place out there for manslaughtering your fur babies. Yeah? And also penalty, like pay charges. And the reason I say that is because it's a form of like child abuse. You wouldn't do it to your children, but yet it's okay to do it to the animals and go, ha, it's so funny, ha, look, it's right. No. Yeah? So, I will advise that if we find out that anybody comes in with cases of these dogs, they're to be fined. And if it keeps occurring, if they go out and buy another dog and the same thing happens, they get another dog and the same thing. It ain't the dogs, it's you. Yeah? So if you can't fix your one dog, don't dump it at a centre, yeah? For them to deal with your pickup, your traumatic experiences that you've caused on them. Oh, well, just dump that one somewhere because we damaged it. Oh, we'll get another one. Don't even get another one, right? Because if you can't correct the first one, why are you dumping it to get another one that you're going to maybe do it again to it? Simple, right? Right. Yes, you can go to the vets and you can get medicine, right? And like I said before, that medicine, it will make them a little bit drowsy. It might take the edge off it and help, or it might not help at all because your dog will be in such a high level of anxiety and traumatic experience that's going on. It will fight against it, and the higher levels in it when it's going off like that, I can tell you now, that medicine will not work, right? But I would still advise to give it, you know. But eventually I will advise down the line, you won't need it, yeah? So at the beginning, obviously, I'd advise you go to the vets to get the medicine and give it to your dog, your baby, at the same time as doing this positive training, right? It's not a quick fix. Oh, it's going to happen overnight. No. It takes a lot of hard work, real love, compassion, drive, yeah? All them sort of things, and care and all of that love, right? To correct what's going on. You can't just go, oh, but Caesar does it like that. I guarantee Caesar, I'm telling you now, right, as much as I love him, he's one of my idols, Caesar. Guarantee they don't show all of it. They just want to show you on telly, oh, look at that. But if he is that much of a good handler, that's why you get results with Caesar, right? He's one of my favourites, so big up to Caesar. Right, but what I'm saying is that it's not the dogs. Yeah, it's been proven many a times before. It's not the dogs. It's you as the handler. You're supposed to be the alpha, the handlers, the owner, you know, the family member of this pet, right? So, you know, you're the one that's got to change what you're doing. If your dog is at high levels of, oh my God, that noise, running around, oh, running around, and panting and all of that, right? Then I tell you now, if you start panicking with your dog and go, oh my baby, oh my God, what's going on? If you start getting upset, if you start getting your levels inside, you're getting anxious or you're getting upset, yeah, and your dog's already in that state of mind, that's the worst thing you can do, is you join in with the dog, right? When this is going on, you need to grow a pair of man bees down there, or you need to grow some upper ones, women, yeah, and you need to really man and woman up, as they say, right? Because your pet, your much loved family member, needs you, right? And the worst thing you can do is sit there doing exactly what the dog is doing when it's going off like that, yeah? So as hard as it is to watch, and upsetting as it is, and it makes you angry, upset, all these emotions going on in your head, right? And all you want to do is find a cure or a fix or some way of saving your pet from killing itself every year, or at the time when it all starts going off, then, like I say, I'm going to teach you that. So, what you need to do, I told you what to do in the younger days, right? And things not to do. Right. When you're in the first signs of training, you can't just walk your dog out in the thick of it and go, oh, well, the fireworks are going off. I'm just going to throw my dog in the deep end and take it out into the fireworks or into the bad weather. No. Don't freaking do that, because then what you're going to do is your dog's level is already up here and you're throwing it in the thick of it, and then your dog's going to go from up here to really up here even more and then kill itself. And you don't want that. And if it doesn't kill itself and it just stays at that very high level, that's still bad. That ain't good, right? So you don't want to throw them in the thick of it, take them for a dog walk or throw them out there or anything in the beginning. You do not want to be doing that. First of all, you need to start off indoors. It's very simple. First, you've got to start off indoors. Now, when these noises are going off, I don't give a F, right, about